Gun reform. Now. Gun reform. Now.
When do we want it? Now. When do we want it?
We're not here to listen to you. We're not here to listen to you.
Gun reform. Now. 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 Sorry.
So what do you want to talk about?
I'm Sean.
Sean, I'm Jared.
Hi, Jared.
Nice to meet you. I'm not going to sit. It's hot as fuck, so I'm just going to chill. Here.
I'm sure we don't.
All right, I'll sit.
I was gonna say you're taking a knee.
No, I know. But are you recording this?
I am.
Don't record it, bro.
I'm Jesse.
So I'll tell you why I thought
I'm
you.
Jared.
So
Jared.
I moved from Los Angeles.
I moved out here from San Jose.
4 years ago, and I am of the belief that a lot of our problems exist because we just don't talk to anyone aside from people.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
So I'm not here to like have you believe what I believe. I'm sure
No,
I'm
and
not
I'm
gonna
not
believe
here-
what I'm like really tired of like villainizing you. I'm really down there. So I just that's all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell me your name one more time. So I'm
Jared.
I'm Sean.
Sean,
Yeah.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm just tired of the separation of everything. I'm
Agreed.
a constitutional conservative. That's me. Okay? I believe in gun rights. Do I hate that fucking what happens in, like, what happened in schools and shit with guns and shit? Do I hate that? Yeah. Do I think we need to eliminate guns? No, I don't.
I don't think anyone here does either. I think it's about gun safety versus gun.
But gun safety, how though?
Like gun responsibility laws.
I think
But don't
so.
we have them though?
No, not really.
So I believe that an 18-year-old shouldn't buy gun.
Right.
Like, I believe 18-year-olds shouldn't buy gun. I think,
Yeah.
Like 18-year-olds can't drink. 18-year-olds can't.
We can all agree on that. Left and
lottery
right,
tickets,
middle.
18-year-olds can't buy cigarettes. 18-year-olds shouldn't buy gun.
But they can buy, yeah.
So that's like one. So we all agree on that one.
Okay.
Like 18-year-olds shouldn't buy gun.
Yeah.
Like,
And then if I have to have a
I took
license.
picture only because this is a very civil conversation and that's
Yeah.
Well,
awesome.
let's go Brandon shirt. Like,
Well, but it's civil. Y'all are sitting, nobody's
Yes,
yelling
we are.
and yelling, and that's
yes.
that's
good.
totally good too.
Okay.
The one thing I think about is how you have to have a license to fish, but yet we don't have to have a license to have a weapon.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, so that's one of them. I
Oh
believe
wait,
in.
yeah you do. Oh wait, a license have a, yes you do. Well, to carry concealed. Yes.
Yeah, we can quibble of this bullshit. We all agree. Like
We just want responsibility. That's
21-year-olds
it.
buy a gun.
There's
That's
not
a
there's not a
safe
confiscation. It's not a no one's coming after you. But I think that we can all agree someone's coming after our kids, right? So we all
Somebody,
want to
but do we know
do
who they
whatever
are?
we can
Do
do.
we know who they are though?
I just want to live safer, dude. I just want to live
Yeah.
safer. That's all.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm the same
I
way.
see just things that can make us safer. The rest of it's a holistic thing. No one thing's gonna change it all. But to sit here and like say we can't do anything, just like and so it's like we can
I
do some
agree.
things that'll like bring it down a little bit. We're never gonna eliminate gun violence altogether. This is America. It's totally different than Sweden and other countries, which
Yeah.
I dig, by the way. But they don't have a Second Amendment. We do. That prevents a whole lot of things from happening here,
Yeah.
and I get that. But we can go from like here to like here, maybe. You know what I mean? And that's like. That's not such a bad thing, you know what I mean?
No,
Yeah,
not really,
It's
no.
like, that's all. You know what I mean? No, I get that
But
people dig
you know,
guns.
you have
like-
to admit, and I know, like both of you, when a school shooting happens or when any shooting happens, they instantly go to politics. They instantly go to like,
Yeah, but part of it is politics. Like, things don't change without politics making decisions.
yeah, but they shouldn't just go. So okay, how about this? When somebody like, if somebody goes on a knife attack, why isn't it, you know, why is it the person's fault, not the knife?
Yeah, but then I feel bad by knife attacks. I'd love it if we all had knives. But
I got one right there.
But we don't.
Why isn't it?
That's apples and oranges. You know? I mean, that's
Sort of.
disingenuous.
I mean, I think the difference is when you can take out as many young students in the blink of an eye,
I
You know,
get that.
when the bodies of these young students are completely unrecognizable.
I get that.
It's
I get
not.
that.
It's
And
not
I'm
the
not saying
time.
that's not, dude. I'm not saying I don't
We can
care about
agree
that.
that it's the type of weapon. If someone goes in with a handgun, it's not going to necessarily be the same situation.
It can though. Because
I mean,
the
but-
handgun's semi-automatic, like that guy had.
But let's be realistic in what's being used right now. And in the past 10 years, what has been used?
Well, let me ask you this though. AR-15. Do you know what AR stands for?
No, it's not.
Armalite.
Armalite, yes.
Armalite rifle.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't.
It's a
everybody
brand.
thinks it stands for assault rifle. It's an Armalite rifle. It's
Right.
Armalite 15. It's Armalite 10. It's,
But does it belong like in 18-year-old hands? I mean, does it belong like on the
I
street?
talked to a guy at my work. He was a Marine. He said an AR-15 is nothing compared to what I held as an M16. Different bullets, and it will fucking
But do
annihilate
you
you.
need it to like protect your?
Yeah, no problem.
But do you need it to like protect your Second Amendment rights? I guess.
Yeah.
Where's the line on the Second
There have
Amendment?
been people that I've read online that somebody broke into their house, they grabbed their AR-15 to protect their family from.
So where's the line for you? So we agree on 21-year-old to buy a gun, right? That one is.
21-year-old?
Yeah, being 21 to buy a gun.
I think 18 because you can be 18 to get in the military and hold it.
So why not? Why not? If those young 18-year-olds want to hold those guns, why not have them sign up for the military? Do 3 years. At 21, if they want to leave, then they have that training. They have the
Okay,
background.
I agree with you
and
on
they
that.
have the patience. They have everything they need to be responsible gun owners.
I agree
Why
with you.
let this 17 just turned 18-year-old girlfriend broke up with him in a mental crisis? Why give them that access?
But let me ask you
Why
this.
let them walk into a gun show and walk out
Did you think
without
about this?
proper identification?
Okay, I
you
read
know?
something on that
We
guy.
can all agree.
No, I agree with you. But listen to this. That guy who went to that school was part-time worker at McDonald's, 8 hours a week. He had $3,000 clothes, $3,000 or $5,000 military weapons.
Where to get the money?
Yeah, where'd he get it? He didn't get it himself.
I mean, we spend a lot of time navel gazing and theorizing and talking about this stuff in theory. And I think at the end of the day, we gotta decide if we're all gonna like come together and try and get something done, anything. Because if we just talk and talk and talk and
No,
talk,
I agree with
and
you.
then agree, like, and then nothing gets done. So we gotta figure out some way to meet in the middle. Because even the act of meeting in the middle, man, just like one small thing, just the act of doing that, like, just helps this shit. You know what I mean?
I agree.
It's
But
like
do you
we're
agree?
like
Let me ask
living in
you.
different
Let me ask you about
countries,
this.
man.
Do you
That's what
agree
it is.
with getting rid of guns?
No, altogether?
Okay. Yeah.
I support the Second
It's
Amendment.
like unrealistic. It's
You
like-
believe in the Second Amendment?
I believe in the Second Amendment.
Cool.
it's
I just
about-
also
it's
believe
all or
in
nothing
responsibility.
deal, dude.
No, I'm
Just
with
like
you.
if you're going over, I'm sure you're responsible.
No, I've got a gun by my bedside. My wife's got a gun by in our drawers in a safe, but we got them in case somebody
They're
breaks
locked
in.
up. That's what we want. We want safe storage laws. We want red flag laws. If an 18-year-old is out there saying on social media or telling their best friends, let's go do this, we want to be able to stop that before it happens. You know what I mean? And I think that's common ground. We all want safe storage.
Now, let me ask you if you agree with this. My work, I work at an HVAC distribution center.
What? HVAC?
HVAC,
Yeah.
HVAC.
Yeah.
So, 3 or 4, including myself, 5 guys carry guns on them, and while they're working. Is that a bad thing? While they're working.
It's not my thing, but it's
Is
like,
it- okay, I agree with it because if somebody breaks in and comes in with a gun, we're gonna have 5 people rushing that guy to stop killing people.
I don't know.
That's what I agree with.
That's your thing, dude. I mean, look, I'm 54 years old. I've never been shot at. I've never had to shoot anyone. I mean, for most of my life.
Thank God.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to some sketchy places. I don't have my worldview is probably different than your worldview. I don't think like I'm gonna
No,
get,
no, I'm glad that we can sit down
robbed
like this,
every
though,
fucking minute.
'cause
of
I
the
don't
day.
wanna-
I'm
I
a
mean-
black dude in America. I've been to some crazy fucking shit. I still don't fucking get it. But that's just my trip. You know what I mean? So you know, you got your trip, I got my trip. It's just like let's just figure out some like rules of the road that we can all just like live
Yeah.
with, because it's like it's crazy. You can't fucking people running guns. It's kind of out of control.
Yeah.
It's a little out of control. I mean,
We
one,
can all
one, the
agree
gun,
it's hot as fuck outside right
it's
now,
very
though, right?
hot. It's out of control, and the way we talk to each other is out of control. The way we talk to each other and we treat each other is out of fucking
But
control.
you pulled me aside and you wanted to actually have a.
Because we're not gonna get out of
Because
this shit.
I've
without-
had people where they're yelling at me and saying I'm an asshole.
Well, because you're like a party crasher and it looked like, you know.
But I didn't do it. I was just walking
I
and.
know, but that's not the way.
But you pulled
It's
me
just the
aside,
impression,
though.
you know.
And I appreciate that,
Because
man. I really do appreciate that.
You are not going to. Can I tell you a quick story? So
Go ahead.
I moved here from Los Angeles, like I told you, and I grew up in a place where, you know, liberal of the liberal. Everyone agreed with me. I agree with everyone on everything, right? Yet I was the only black dude anywhere I went, right? So
Okay.
I'm the only black guy everywhere I go. I come here, I move here, and it's like, wow, there's like Indians and there's like white people. There's black. It's the most diverse place I've ever lived in my life, like, in terms of like racially, you know, makeup, right? Yet it's like there's some differences of opinion here that like freaked me out when I first moved here. And I like sat in this coffee house on the street, and there's some evangelicals who were in the middle of like a gay conversion kind of thing,
Okay.
and it fucking like wigged me out. I've never been that close to that in my life, right? So I'm like, holy shit! I left, and and so my point is.
Sorry to interrupt, guys.
That's okay,
How you
finish this
doing?
up.
Good.
So my point is, man, I realize it's my problem that I couldn't even hear like different opinion. Like if I met you like 3 years ago, man, I would have been like trying to get away from you. Just because of what you were fucking saying, it would have freaked me out so bad. I was so like used to this.
But
like,
you know
like
I'm a
the snow-
constitutional conservative.
like the
and
snowflake.
you-
Yeah, it's like the
you
snowflake
brought me
thing,
in,
right? But now I'm like, it's like I realize it's like the only way we get out of this thing, like we as a country, man, because is if we figure out how to like talk to each other, understand
Yeah,
each other,
very
and
true.
figure out some
Very
places
true.
where we can meet, because we're losing that ability.
Very
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah.
So, yeah, guys, my name's Rick Rogers.
Hey,
So
Rick.
I own Star Local Media, Frisco Enterprise, Plano Star Courier, all of that. And what I saw here is the fact that you guys are having a conversation. So
Yeah, of course.
first
That's
off, let
the
me
lost
ask.
art.
Got a photo of you guys talking. You know, I'd like to talk to both of you guys, because here's two people who may be on the other sides of the conversation, sitting down and having a conversation.
That's
so,
all I want, dude. I mean,
I know.
no, I
Yeah,
know. I know.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I want. I mean, I hate. I'm conservative. You're.
I'm like
I don't want to call you a liberal
yeah,
because you
I'm
don't
not-
seem.
No, because I'm liberal on some
You're
shit, and I'm
Democrat.
conservative, yeah.
You're a Democrat.
Sometimes I vote Democrat, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
But it's just nice to talk.
Can I ask you guys a question? Can I ask some questions?
Yeah,
Would you,
go ahead.
Would you mind?
Yeah, go.
Names and all that? Can I have your name?
So we would. So I don't want to say the media op. I was just trying to like talk
Yeah,
to this
stop.
guy and have a
What are you
thing,
doing with
but-
the
but-
with the names?
Doing a story.
Yeah.
What?
And what's your outlet? Sorry.
Star Local Media.
Star Local Media.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah, so
down
we have-
because I think it's good.
I'm
for the
Jared.
cause. It's good
My
for the
name is
cause.
Jared.
Okay, I
Yeah.
appreciate
Sean.
that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
S-H-A-
And that's what I want to show
SHAW.
here. I mean, I want to show everything that happened
Yeah.
at here. So I want to get both sides, and I can get both
See
sides.
you guys.
So Jared,
Thanks.
Yeah,
for what you
Jared,
do,
Jared,
man.
that's fine. So just you guys, and you're Dan, right?
Sean.
Sean.
SHAWN.
All
Wow,
right.
how the hell did you go from
I
Dan to
don't
Sean?
know. S-H-A.
WN.
Awesome.
Last name's Amos. A-M-O-S.
A-M-O-S.
Everybody, we're just sitting here in the
I
sun.
know.
Well, hey, so just super-
This is better. This time better spent.
Super quick, just
Honestly.
easy
I agree.
question. Just
Go ahead.
this conversation today, how you guys sat down, you guys talked. I mean, this is something that I think everybody should maybe look at as an example. Thoughts?
I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
They should sit down. Like we're total. You know, he's Democrat. I'm conservative, and I agree that we should sit down. But we came to a mutual agreement.
So what were the thoughts that were shared? Just as a summary. I know, just
You
what-
answered
yeah.
next. It's your time. It's your turn.
Thanks, Jared.
I answered that.
I think we agree that we're demonizing each other. I think we agree that we're stereotyping each other. We agree that we got to figure out a way to see some nuance in what's going on. I think he agrees, at least that for the two of us here, it's not about taking every single gun away and like living
No.
in the
No.
dark ages. It's about how to be safer, how to live more safely in this society, because we don't live as safely as other societies live, despite all the guns. It's kind of a weird irony. Like we have more guns and we're less safe. So something's got to like give, change. And so we're trying. I think we agree on that. I think we talked about age limits, and we talked about gun safety laws, and we also agree that's no one thing that's gonna like suddenly put a panacea on this thing. It's a bunch of things that need to happen. And if we even like get it from from 10 to 9, that's a win. You know?
Yeah.
If we could bring them just a notch, it's a win.
Well, let me
It's a-
ask you this though. This will throw you for a loop.
Yeah.
Open carry in Texas.
It's so weird to me, dude. I mean, I'm from LA, right? So it's this
It's
whole
weird to
like,
me.
it's-
I'm
it's
from
all-
San Jose,
Right.
California. I'm from
Right.
the Bay Area. Do I agree it's weird? Yes, I do. But I think it should be. I think it should be.
I think it's whatever. I mean, look, I'm not. It's I mean, it's so funny 'cause there's America and there's Texas, right? and like, and Texas is its whole like other beast, right? And I don't understand a lot of it still. I've been here for 4 years.
I've been here a year and 3 months.
That's all.
Yep. But I was born in Corpus Christi.
Got
so-
it. And then you're of a certain like, you know.
But I lived in San Jose for 34 years.
Yeah.
So when I moved here and I see people carrying guns, I'm like, holy crap.
That weirds me
that's-
out.
But to me, it's like
Missouri,
it's awesome.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
But,
personally,
that's
that weirds
usually
me
a
out.
hand. I mean, again, that's usually a handgun. So
Yeah.
So Jared, in terms of Uvalde, and in terms of, I mean, what are your thoughts? I mean, should there be anything? Should anything change in terms of?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I think that there should be, and everybody says, oh, we should have every teacher have a gun. I don't agree with that. But I think there should be an armed security guard at the entrance of a school. Or, just walking around the school, make sure everything's good. Not just at the entrance, but walking around. That's what I believe.
What about buying a gun? Should there be more? Should the age limit go to 21?
No,
What do you think?
because you have 18-year-olds going to the military who handle
Although you brought up a great idea.
who
Yeah.
have M16s. No, I think it should be 18.
Agree.
Background checks. Thoughts?
Background checks, I think that we have enough. So in California, for example, you guys might agree with this. California, you go buy a gun, and they give you 10-day waiting period, or cool-off period. You know that, cool-off period. I don't like that. I actually bought a 9mm just because I wanted to see how it was to buy a gun in Texas. And I was able to go up there, they did a background check, 30 minutes later, I could take it home. I think that's cool. I think that's good.
See, I disagree with that because
Why?
you're giving those young students, those young people who are not, their frontal lobe's not fully formed, they're going through a mental crisis, they have certain situations happen, and while you may be responsible, there are those that are not. So giving them that instant access is like you're setting them up for failure.
But do you think that kid who shot up that school got instant access from
If
like
I'm not
Shields
mistaken,
or
didn't he
from
just
Bass Pro Shop?
purchase the weapon recently before? Wasn't it the day before
No.
or something like that?
I don't think so.
I'd have to look.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Last but not least, because we are all going to melt if we talk.
Yeah, no shit. I'm melting right now.
So, if someone sees, this photo online of the two of you guys talking, and
He wants a hug?
yeah, well, we can do that. If you guys want to do that, it's up to you. But just what would you say? I mean, about this discourse, and what would you recommend to others who maybe
To do what he
are
did.
angry of either side?
No, to do what
So,
he
yeah.
did. He pulled me aside. He had, he wasn't angry. He saw me there, and he's like, can you talk off to the side? That's what they should do. Just pull aside that person and talk to them.
And that's on both sides, right?
Yes,
On
on both sides,
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean, the gun issue is a serious issue, but it's one of a million issues that all point to the same thing, which is our inability to trust one another, our inability to talk to one another about anything of consequence. And I just think that if we're going to get ourselves out of all of the messes that we're in, and there's a whole lot of messes, we got to figure out how we can speak with one another again and trust
Yeah,
trust
true.
one another again.
He's got a good point.
Thanks, Twitter.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, well,
it's easy when you can say anything and just put a dog avatar on your name,
it's all
right?
virtual, it's all detached, and it's like the ends, the extremes get all the attention. And
See, I see your sign, and that's what I look at. Protect kids, not guns. To me, it's protect kids with guns. You got our president of the United States who is protected by guns. You've got Congress.
I would
people-
change it to "and" actually.
protect kids. And, oh, okay.
I would change it to "and" if I were to write this song. It's not my song.
Yeah.
I would change that.
But
but can I go and say one thing about the school thing? You know,
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's fucking tragic that. Like, think about how you went to school. You know, how we all went to school. And to
How old are you?
I'm 54.
Okay, I'm 45, so
So,
we're
like, to-
yeah,
47.
we never had to worry about that.
But
Never.
to think that it's okay, like it's okay to arm teachers with guns, lock the place up, one way and out, armed guards, or to turn our schools into a prison in order to make it just doesn't make any sense at all. You're like taking kids.
No, I don't agree with arming our teachers because they have to have training.
Yeah, but the totality, the fact that
No, I get what
these
you're saying.
conversations go to how to make schools more locked down and feel more like prisons and
Okay.
less like schools.
That's the
is
problem though,
fucking
that has
tragic.
happened because of these school shootings. So in Florida, there is a school in Florida who has an armed military veteran who stands at the entrance. One guy who stands there. And if any intruder or any guy with a gun tries to come in, he's gonna shoot them.
I had no
Did you know
guys.
that-
I had no guards in my schools ever. There was never a guard.
No,
in any
but
of my
we were.
schools.
But how old are we?
But
We never
shouldn't-
had
but
that.
shouldn't that be like?
Now we do.
Shouldn't be shouldn't it be the bar? Be like how to get back to something like that for our kids.
I would.
To give our kids
God,
a childhood.
I wish, man.
I mean,
I wish.
Okay,
but
so if
nowadays, it started with Columbine in 1999.
there's just ways, and mental health is part of it, and gun,
Yes.
and gun safety is part of it, and and
Influence.
and influence,
Influence,
and
yes.
home. I mean, it's all of it, man. It's all of it. So I just think that we got to figure out a way where we can have a holistic conversation about this stuff, and not even a conversation first, but then make some decisions, right?
Yeah.
So we gotta decide, and even if we don't all agree on everything, we gotta move forward. It's still majority rule country. That's and we want to hold on to that. Right?
Yeah.
And so I just hope we can figure out a way to trust each other enough again. Where
No, I agree.
Where even if we're on the losing side of this stuff,
Yeah.
we're not fucking like Satan or some shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly.
Let me say thanks for letting me jump in.
Yeah,
I
thanks, dude.
appreciate
Tell
it.
me your name again,
seriously.
What's your
sorry.
name?
Rick Rogers.
Rick, I'm
So-
sorry, I'm sweating.
No, I'm a mess. Yeah, so I'm the owner
What's
of
your name
Star.
again? Sean. I know. I keep forgetting.
Sean Amos.
Hey, thank you for
I'm taking
giving me a
a selfie.
sign.
Jared, so it's Jarded.